Once upon a time in a beautiful city, there was a young designer named Louise, inspired by the elegant style of Saint Laurent. Louis dreamed of creating stunning clothes that made people feel confident and beautiful. He spent hours sketching designs and studying fashion trends, pouring his heart into every piece. One sunny day, while exploring a vibrant market, Louis stumbled upon a colorful fabric that sparked his creativity. He imagined a dress that would catch the eye of tourists visiting his city, and he rushed home to start working on it. The fabric flowed like water in his hands, and he felt a surge of excitement as he cut and sewed. As he worked late into the night, Louis thought about how fashion could inspire people to express themselves. The next morning, he decided to showcase his creation at a local fashion fair. With nervous energy, Louis set up his small booth, displaying his dress with pride. People began to gather, intrigued by the unique style and vibrant colors. A group of tourists stopped by, admiring Louis's work and asking questions. They were fascinated by his passion for fashion and how he infused local culture into his designs. One tourist, a well-known fashion blogger, took a picture of Louis's dress and shared it online. Suddenly, Louis's designs gained attention, and people started talking about his talent. Encouraged by the positive feedback, Louis decided to create a whole collection inspired by his city. He combined traditional elements with modern flair, reflecting the beauty around him. As he worked, Louis met other local artists who shared his passion for creativity. They formed a supportive community, exchanging ideas and collaborating on projects. Inspired by their friendship, Louis designed a stunning evening gown for a charity event. The event was to raise funds for underprivileged children, and Louis wanted to contribute. When the night of the charity event arrived, Louis felt a mix of excitement and nerves. He watched as guests arrived in elegant attire, chatting and laughing. Louis's gown was the highlight of the evening, capturing the attention of everyone in the room. As he stood by his creation, he felt a sense of pride and fulfillment. The charity raised a significant amount of money, and Louis's dress contributed to that success. Inspired by the impact he could make, Louis continued to create with purpose. He began to incorporate sustainable materials into his designs, caring for the environment. Tourists who wore his creations shared their experiences, and soon, Louis's brand grew in popularity. His work was not just about clothes, it was about telling stories through fashion. One day, a famous fashion magazine featured Louis, calling him a rising star in the industry. He received offers to showcase his designs in various fashion weeks around the world. Louis felt grateful for the journey and all the people who supported him along the way. With each collection, he pushed the boundaries of creativity and style. He often traveled to different countries, gaining inspiration from diverse cultures. On one trip to Italy, Louis was mesmerized by the rich history and art surrounding him. He sketched designs inspired by the beautiful architecture and vibrant colors. Every city he visited taught him something new, enriching his perspective on fashion. During a visit to Paris, he discovered the charm of street fashion and its impact. Louis began to incorporate those elements into his collections, making them even more appealing. As his brand gained recognition, he remained humble and dedicated to his craft. Louis believed in giving back, and he started mentoring young aspiring designers. He shared his knowledge, encouraging them to pursue their dreams fearlessly. One of his students, a talented girl named Mia, had a passion for eco-friendly fashion. Louis supported her ideas and helped her launch her own collection. Together, they organized a fashion show promoting sustainable designs. The event drew a crowd, and they raised awareness about eco-conscious fashion. Louis's heart swelled with pride as he watched Mia shine on stage. He realized that success was not just about personal achievements, but also lifting others. As the years went by, Louis continued to grow as a designer and a person. He learned to embrace challenges and setbacks, using them as stepping stones. Each obstacle became a lesson that shaped his character and determination. One day, while strolling through a park, he met an elderly woman named Claire. Claire shared her stories of fashion from decades ago, captivating Louis's attention. Inspired by her experiences, he decided to create a vintage-inspired collection. The collection celebrated the timeless elegance of past styles, blending them with modern touches. Tourists flocked to his store, eager to wear pieces that told a story. Louis's designs became symbols of cultural appreciation and creativity. People wore his clothes not just for style, but to express their individuality. His journey took him to various fashion capitals, where he shared his vision. Each runway show was a celebration of creativity and diversity, reflecting the world. Louis's heart was filled with joy as he witnessed people wearing his creations with pride. He loved hearing their stories and how his designs made them feel special. One day, he was invited to speak at a fashion conference about his journey. Standing in front of aspiring designers, he shared his passion and motivation. Believe in yourself and your unique vision, he urged them, inspiring hope. The audience was captivated by his words, feeling encouraged to chase their dreams. Louis understood that success required hard work, dedication, and resilience. He reminded them that every small step counts on the path to greatness. As he continued his work, Louis found inspiration in everyday moments. A stroll through the city, a conversation with a stranger, everything sparked ideas. One evening, while sipping coffee at a cozy cafe, he sketched a new design. The dress flowed beautifully, reflecting the joy of the city around him. He named it the spirit of the city, capturing its essence in fabric. The launch of the dress was met with excitement, and it quickly became a bestseller. Tourists sought it out, wanting to take a piece of the city home with them. Louis felt fulfilled knowing he brought joy to others through his art. His journey had transformed him, teaching him the power of passion and creativity. As he looked back on his beginnings, he was grateful for every experience. Each moment, each challenge had shaped him into the designer he had become. Louis understood that true beauty lies in authenticity and self-expression. He continued to innovate, exploring new materials and techniques. His brand became a beacon of inspiration for those who dared to dream. Louis often held workshops to encourage young talents to express themselves. He believed in the importance of community and collaboration. Together, they created a space where ideas flowed freely and creativity thrived. One day, he hosted a fashion show featuring designs from his students. The energy in the room was electric as they showcased their unique styles. Louis watched with pride as they took their first steps onto the runway. He knew this was just the beginning for them, a chance to shine. As the applause echoed, he felt a sense of fulfillment wash over him. His heart swelled with joy knowing he had made a difference in their lives. Louis continued to create and inspire, embracing each day with enthusiasm. He understood that every person has a story worth telling through fashion. The world of fashion became a canvas for self-expression and creativity. As he moved forward, he remained committed to his values of authenticity. Louis believed that every garment should tell a story and evoke emotions. His journey was not just about clothing, it was about making connections. Louis's heart was filled with gratitude for every person who crossed his path. In the end, he realized that success is not just measured in accolades. It is found in the joy of creating, the love of community, and the power of dreams.